Hello, wonderful people. It's me again. So, today we're talking about a person convinced against their will is of the same opinion still. This is probably more for my Al Anon Coda friends, but really not necessarily since they say scratch an alcoholic and you'll find a codependent underneath. Um, I've spent many years of my life starting at a very early age, and I know some of you will identify trying to, quote, fix other people. I've shared that, actually, I haven't shared my testimony, but, my parents were both addicts and extraordinary, beautiful, wonderful people. But both of them struggled with substances, and my mother also was mentally ill. So forget trying to fix that. But I tried. I definitely tried. And this saying is absolutely true. A person convinced against their will is of the same opinion still. Certainly in the case, and I also had an older brother who was an addict, and that was probably my biggest focus as a teenager was trying to quote unquote help him. Um, I say quote unquote, I mean, I was trying to help him. I was trying to get him to 12-step meetings. I was trying to encourage him. And those things aren't inherently wrong except if a person isn't interested. We know in recovery that, core to the promise and the hope of recovery is willingness. And if a person is not willing, then we can't help them. And, Bill Wilson wisely said in the big book, we can even, and in the big book, it's kind of interesting when in the chapter on working with others, it does encourage us to pursue people who may be at their bottom, which we don't so much talk about anymore. And certainly in CODA, it's sort of contrary to what we discussed there. But uh, the fact is that if a person isn't willing, we need to walk away. And, and that's what the big book says, and that's what wisdom says, because, we can't change people. We're powerless over others. I mean, we're essentially powerless, period. So, in any case, a person convinced against their will is of the same opinion still. And we can love people, we can encourage people. When they ask for help, we can be there for them. But if they're not willing, then they will revert. I share. I think in this entry in the book, I share about my dad that there was a point at which his then wife and I strong armed him into rehab at Father Martin's Ashley. Actually, some of you probably are familiar with the Chalk Talks of Father Martin. But, he was in there for 2 weeks and then he checked himself out. The 2 weeks were, maybe he was enthusiastic for like the first 48 hours. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, my friends, I pray that you can get the help you need to stop wheel spinning and burning yourself out and tormenting yourself, trying to convince somebody of whatever it is. Whether it's getting your husband to lose weight or your daughter to pick the major you want her to have, or the alcoholic to quit drinking. Get the help you need, whether it be CODA or Al-Anon or Adult Children of Alcoholics or Narcanon or Gamanon. there are places where you can get the support you need so you can detach with love. Anyway, with that, until next time, God bless you.
Thanks for joining me today. If this blessed you, please consider sharing it. If you're seeking something deeper, check the episode notes for related scriptures and other references and my social links. You can find the book on Amazon. For those who care to join me, let's close with the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Until next time, stay surrendered and stay free.